Hi there, stampers and crafters. My name is Tammy White from stampwithtami.com, and welcome to our online class where today we are going to be playing with these adorable new products. These are the Hey Chick bundles. There's Hey Chick and there's Hey Birthday Chick. So they're two brand new bundles that were just released Tuesday of this week. And one of them is actually a callback. You guys might have it. You might remember it if you've been stamping for a couple of years with me. It was a celebration set. That was the Hey Chick. Hey Chick. So she was a celebration set back in, I believe it was 2018. And she was so popular. Everybody loved her. And I mean, she's freaking adorable, right? So I get it. So now, not only has Stampin' Up! Brought her back, but brought her back with friends. So now we have Hey Birthday Chick, which is the coordinating characters, having more fun, and two die sets to match both of them. So it's just absolutely adorable. So these are the products here, the Hey Chick. You can get more information on my blog at stampwithtami.com. Click on the link in this video's description, and I have it all up there as well. This is what we're playing with today. Oh my gosh, I've seriously been having a little bit too much fun with the chicks. Okay, that's not possible. There's never such thing as too much fun, right? But I really am loving these. So stay tuned to the end of this class, and I'm going to share not only an extension of this free video, but I actually have 4 more projects from my VIP class that actually coordinate with these projects. So I'll show you those and how you can get involved in that. And I literally, just before I got on live, I literally just got this box. And in it is a brand new pre-order that I have not even opened yet. Like, I haven't opened what's in. I opened the box to make sure it was what I thought it was. And that's it. So if you guys want to see what's inside this box, stay tuned to the end of the class and I'll share it with you there. Okay, so these are the projects that we're going to be making. It is an adorable card. It is an adorable box. And that is a mini paper pumpkin box is what it's called. They are actually available in my online store. And so you are all aware there is a free PDF on my stampwithtami.com blog. All you need to do is click on the link in this video's description. So you may be watching on Facebook, you may be watching on YouTube, you might be watching live, you might be watching the replay. Regardless, there's a link in the video's description called the resource page. Click on that. It's going to bring you directly to this project's information. And there is a free PDF with all the measurements, all the supplies, and the details on everything I'm sharing with you today. I like to call that the easy button. And you got this download that you can save, and it has the information to bring you back to that resource page with this video that we're creating right now so that you can go back and watch it later if you're doing a project later. And the last thing I want to bring up is Prize Patrol. Woo woo, right? We all love prizes. So I'm giving away not 1 but 2 Always in My Heart bundles. Love these. And they are going to be one I'll draw live. If you're watching the live right now on YouTube or Facebook, I will draw a winner from the comments immediately following the broadcast. If you're watching the replay, I will draw a winner on February 19th. So no matter when you're watching, drop a comment. You could be entered to win one of these great sets. And I see a lot of you on here. I'm really excited to have you guys on board. I'm really excited to share this with you. And I think it's time to get started playing with these chicks. What do you guys think? Yeah? Okay, so check out this box. Look at the box itself. It's a good size, right? These are called the mini paper pumpkin boxes. They're super easy. And they come all white. So I'm not just going to show you how to create this project. I'm going to show you how to decorate the box. So these are how the boxes come. I'll show you how to assemble it, super easy, but I'm also going to show you how to turn it into something like a faux wood grain box, right? So it's even super more fun than just your plain old white. So I'm going to get started with my stamping. Sometimes if I have 2 projects, I'll do one at a time, but today I'm going to create them both at the same time. We're going to do all of our stamping for both at the same time, and we're going to do all of our cuts and then all of our assembly. So let's start with stamping. I've got some fun tricks to share with you guys today on this one too. All right, so I'm using Memento Black ink because we're going to be coloring with some Stampin' Blend markers. They're alcohol markers, and so you'll want to use this so that they don't bleed. The alcohol markers, if I used my StazOn they bleed with that. But the Stays On you want for permanent stuff. So, right? Different inks qualify for different blacks. Okay, so I am going to stamp our Chickie, Hey Chick, on some Whisper White. I'm sorry, Basic White. It's Basic White now. Scrap paper. Mine's probably Whisper White because I still had some left over. But we did just change that. And then the Hey Chick on. And I did pre-cut this. It's a little die cut that came in the Hey Chick bundle. There's all kinds of little... I'll show them to you. So these are the stamp sets here. I feel like you need both of them. You can't just have just one. And these are the coordinating die sets. And I know they're really hard to see when they're actually just kind of all jumbled up here. So I'll show you that screen one more time so you can get a really good look at them because they are just adorable. And they're farm scenes. How fun is that? Look at the Hey Chick has some farm scenes we're going to build on, make a little, you know, a couple little farm pieces here. And I played some more with the farm pieces on the coordinating projects for my VIP club. So just super, super fun accenting pieces that go with this. Okay, so that is actually all of the stamping. The rest of it's all going to be coloring. So I'll just move those aside, and I'm going to bring out my palette of Stampin' Blend markers. And I know as soon as I do this, somebody's going to go, wow, where did you get that holder? Brrr, right? So pretty. Aren't they so pretty together? And for some reason, every time I, I bring it on, literally, I just use this because it's convenient for me to put them all out there, so it's easy for me to move them back and forth across the table so you don't have to wait for me to shoo everything. But this is literally a Sterilite, like a Rubbermaid card box lid. So there you go. Secrets to Tammy's stamp table right there. It's a Rubbermaid card box size lid that I have all those in. So if you were wondering, that's the answer. All right, so first I'll color in our Chickie. Let's do her. And you know, there's so many different ways that you could color her in so many different colors. I'm going to start with Poppy Parade. And the alcohol markers have two tips. They've got a brush tip and they've got a fine, like a in fact, you know what? I'm going to use the other one. They've got a brush tip and then there's like a nib tip. So if you're doing small areas, like the ends of her hair here, you want to use the nib tip. And I'm going to just throw out here an apology. I don't have my readers on, so I can't see what I'm coloring all that awesomely, so don't laugh too much, okay? I probably should have brought them down to the studio. Sorry about that. Oh, but you never know what you're going to get, right? That just makes it even more fun. Oh, so cute. Oh, I see a few of you have already ordered your chick bundles. Oh my God, I just love them. I do. I'm so excited that they brought this back because it was such a fun one. Okay, so I colored that with the darker Poppy, and I meant to color it with the lighter, but that's okay because I'm just gonna keep going, and I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna take Blackberry Bliss. This is the lighter of the Blackberry Bliss, and I'm gonna just highlight maybe the inside of her head hair there and the ends of her tail. Why? Because we can, right? And then we'll go with a darker Poppy Parade. Which one of these stamp sets do you guys like better? Do you guys like the Hey Chick or the Birthday Chick? I can't decide. They're just so, they're both the same, like they both have the same little characters. Look at, I gotta show you this one. So cute, right? They've got the same little characters in different poses here. But look at the little egg on Hey Chick has hatched for Hey Birthday Chick. How funny is that, right? Oh my gosh, I thought that was adorable. Okay, so, oops, I'm going to do the darker in the middle here. Got a little dark Blackberry Bliss, and then I'll go ahead and take that Poppy Parade and we'll just blend that together. Somebody must have popped in late. I see that. I can't see who made the comment, but I can see the comment that they're asking about the lid. Go back and after the video, rewind and I explain in great detail about my holder. Oh, that always cracks me up. Of all the awesome products that I play with, this lid gets the most attention. Okay, so I'm going to color her little beak and her feet. I'm using light pumpkin pie just because dark pumpkin pie works great too. And then for the chickie body, so I'm going to mix Daffodil Delight and Mango Melody markers. I'm going to make her a little brighter today. So instead of using the light, I'm going to make sure I picked up the right one because they do look very similar from the packaging. I'm going to pick up the darker of the daffodil. I'm going to color the whole thing in. I find that they work the best. The markers work the best when they are wet. When your subject is wet. So if I wet the whole thing, then I find you're going to get the best blending. Now I'm taking the dark Mango Melody and just kind of highlighting a couple little areas there and then blending. And if I wanted to, you could even layer a little bit more dark there. So we've got our chick colored, but we are not done coloring. We got more. Okay, so the rest of this I'm going to color, let's see. Let's start with our watercolor wash because I'm going to do a couple different techniques here that I think you guys are going to love. Okay, so I'm just going to move this aside for a minute. I've pre-cut these as well. Oops, sorry, I got gunkies on them. These are cut from the stitched rectangle die sets. If you don't have this die set, and I believe it's the third and fourth smallest, no, fourth, so that's third, fourth and fifth smallest of the rectangle dies. If you don't have this die set, you need it. But if you don't have it, really, I have measurements on that free PDF. If you're popping in late, I do have a free PDF for you, a downloadable printable PDF for this project, and it's got all the measurements. And I did put measurements on here for you to use just in case you don't have the stitched rectangle dies. They're pretty easy to cut. So what I'm going to do here is a watercolor wash on the background, and I'm going to do it on both of them. Let's see. I'm using Pool Party for that. I'm going to start with a lighter Pool Party, and this is really easy. And I'm literally just kind of squiggling down. And then I wanted the top to be a little darker, so I just took a little bit of the darker pumpkin pie. Not all of it, just a little bit. That's it. So one of these is going to be portrait. The other one's going to be landscape. The one on the box was landscape. So we'll do that one in this direction. And I apologize. My leftiness is getting in the way here. Oops, I have the dark, so I guess I'm going to continue on with the light. So we get a lighter and a darker. The Pool Party is a nice color to do this background in. One, because it looks like sky, but two, because it's light. All right, I am going to put them aside for a second. I'm going to pull this one back out in just a second because we are going to stamp on it. Actually, you know what? I want to blend a little bit more here. Do I have dark? Oops, I meant to use light. We are going to stamp on the edge of this one, and I just want to I want that to dry. And because these are alcohol markers, they're going to dry really quickly. Okay, so let's put those aside for a second and let them dry. And now we've got another technique that's going to be super fun. I am making puffy stickers. Puffy stickers. Let me just zoom in so you guys can see this. All right, so oops, let's see if that comes in focus for you. These, can you see? They're puffy. So I'm going to show you how I did this. And on here and also on the fence. The words and the fence. I'm going to start with the, these are foam adhesive sheets. So it's almost like a big Stampin' Dimensional that isn't cut. Let's go ahead and take that, and I'm going to attach a piece of scrap white to it. Now, I'm probably not going to use this whole thing right now. I'll probably save some of the white for another time. I am going to cut off this edging though. And you save this edging because you can use it for so many things. You can use them for window cards. You can use them for little sticky pieces. And just stick that right back on this sheet. Put it back in there. Okay. So this has just made my basic white cardstock sticky. like a sticker, like a puffy sticker. Okay, so it's thick. It's a sticker. So the first thing we're going to do is let's do happy birthday first. So for that, I'm going to start with, and I want the die for that so I know what measurements I have. So that die came from the Hey Birthday Chick stamp set. Just because I want to know the width of it. So let's go ahead and take, I've got the lighter pumpkin pie, kind of the same thing I just did with the watercolor wash. I just want to make sure I have an area big enough for the whole die. You could also do this on plain colored cardstock if you wanted to. I think this looks so cool. You guys can let me know after what you think about it. Okay. So now I've got light Poppy Parade, dark Poppy Parade, and let's just take the lighter, that pumpkin pie that we started with, and maybe blend that line just a hair. I don't mind actually that it looks like a line there. It's still going to look cool. Okay, so that's one. The other one is going to be the fence. Now the fence came from the chick dies. So again, I just kind of want to see the size of it. So I am going to use some brown tones with this one. So let's start with crumb cake. Maybe the lighter of the crumb cake. And for those of you who may have jumped in late and not seen the beginning, if you stay tuned to the end, I'm going to show you some more awesome projects that I made to coordinate with this class. And also, I just got a brand new box from Mr. UPS, just dropped it off right before the video. And it's got sneak peek brand new stuff in it that I haven't even seen yet. So, stay tuned for that. Okay, so I've got, now I'm going with dark crumb cake. Just going to double check and just make sure that I've got the width right. Yep, we're good. Okay. And then I'm going to move into our soft suede. So let's do a little bit of light soft suede and then a little bit of dark soft suede, just so we have a nice contrast of colors here. I might blend that one in just a hair. So I'm going to take one of the lighter markers and just blend in that line. Maybe the light one to blend in down here too. Okay. I just realized I missed actually stamping a whole chicken. My goodness. How can I miss this chicken? Okay, so I'm going to put these aside because I'm going to do all the die cutting at the same time. But let's go ahead and stamp and color the chicken that I just forgot to. So we'll do all the coloring together. Okay, so she can go right on the scrap paper as well. If she fits on there. There we go. She can go this way. Let's take that Memento black in there. And oh, sorry. Sorry if you couldn't see that. My apologies. I don't love that it got a little bit of ink in the balloon, so I'm going to take another scrap for that and we'll redo that again. Normally I just turn it over, but since I stamped on one side, I'm not exactly sure where the back. I don't want to mess it up. Maybe not quite press so hard in the middle of that balloon, so it didn't do that this time. You know what? I've got one more thing. I think that our pool party has dried on here. So let's go ahead and stamp our Let's Celebrate You in the upper left-hand corner. We can put that aside. All right, this one's going to be a fun one to color. Let's start with the chicken. Okay, so darker Poppy Parade for, I think it's a chicken or a rooster. It's got to be a chicken, right? Hey, chick. This little thing on top reminds me of a rooster, though. Okay, so a little dark Poppy Parade for the little mohawk. And let's go with a little dark daffodil for the tail feathers. And let's see, we're going to color in wings and the head. All right, that's good. Then maybe I'll take some dark, the dark mango. I feel like the mango and the Daffodil Delight blends go really nicely together. I'll just do a little bit of highlighting with that. And then we'll get that little, is it a bill or a beak? I'm not exactly sure, but we'll get that and the feet with that light pumpkin pie, the same one I did the other chicken. Not that it matters. I mean, if you wanted to use the dark, you could. If you wanted to use a different one, you could. And okay, so let's go back to that light pumpkin pie, and then I'm gonna just kind of blend this whole body in with it. We're all going to be lefties today. My apologies if my hand covers the image. I'm trying hard not to. Okay, I'm going to leave that out because I'm going to use that again in a second. So light poppy parade. Let's do a little blending. Oh, lots of chick fans out there. Lots of chick fans. I'm with you. I think I sat down this week and I just had too much fun. I didn't want to stop stamping with them. So now I've got dark pumpkin pie for a little darker accent around the edging. And we'll go back to that lighter pumpkin pie to kind of blend it all together. Okay, so now it's time for the balloon. Lucy's got chickens. That's awesome. So I'm coloring the whole balloon in here with the light pumpkin pie. And then I'm going to go ahead. I want drama here. I want drama with my color. I'm going to take that Poppy Parade and just color in a good portion here. So that was a light Poppy Parade, and then I'm going to go with the dark Poppy Parade. And a little bit more here. I'm going to blend that back to the light pumpkin pie. Really makes that balloon pop. Not really pop though, right? We're not really popping balloons here, but the color just pow. You know what I'm saying. Now I'm gonna really get in there with the, this is the light Blackberry Bliss. Just that, just a touch. And she's all colored. Okay, so now this time I'm done with the coloring. I'm gonna pull out the one thing here though that I haven't done yet. I'm gonna bring those chickens back in. Actually, I'm gonna bring all of it back in. This is a Wink of Stella pen. It's like a glitter pen. Wicked fun to play with. Did you hear the New England in me just come out? It's wicked fun. Okay, so if you have your first one, you want to squeeze it a little bit so the fun juicy glimmer comes out. If you already have one, sometimes it's already ready to go. So let's see, what do we want to do here? I'm not going to do all of her, just a little bit. And then let's see if you guys can see. There we go. Isn't that awesome? This is just an easy way to make everything awesome and pop. So let's give her wild and crazy shimmery hair, shimmery tail. But why stop here? We've got our pieces that we're about to die cut over here. Oh, let's do that too. Oh, yes. Then we're going to have shimmery, glittery pieces. I guess that wasn't dry when I put the dye on it. It's got a little imprint of the fence on it, which is actually cool. I think I just invented a new technique. All right, I'm going to have to try that one later. So I think when I put that aside, the ink was still wet. And so it actually has an imprint of this on it, which is wicked. Okay, so I mean, I'm using it for something else today, but hey, coming soon to a video class near you. I'm going to call that ghosting. Okay, now it's time for some die cutting. I've got the baby machine out today. I'm just gonna flip it around. This is the mini Stampin' die cut machine. Actually, let me just cut this half off over here. It'll fit a little bit better. That's still big enough that I can use this chunk for other things because it's still got that puffy sticker on the back. I save all those leftovers. Okay, so happy birthday, and I'm pretty sure I can just put those both through at the same time. So we've got our fence. Just kind of line it up where you want it with the coloring, and just crank that through. Okay, now this is where it gets super cool. I'm just going to pop these off. Okay, so make sure I put those back in the right die sets. All right, so when I peel these out, they're going to be puffy stickers. And shimmery puffy stickers with ombre effect to it, right? And actually, I just put that away, but I'm not done die cutting because we need to cut our chicks out too. So let's go ahead. Okay, so the first chick gets cut out with the chick dies. There we go, our cute little chicklet. She came from Hey Chick, so she's got the matching chick dies to cut her out. All of the chickens have dies, they cut them out. How awesome is that? Okay, so we've got one. And then our chicken on the balloon. She came from Hey Birthday Chick, so she's got the birthday chick dies. Don't forget to stay tuned to the end when I'm done, because I have some cool things to share with you. Even one sneak peek that I haven't even seen yet in person. I seriously am jumpy. I can't wait to open that box. Okay, so we've got our pieces cut out now. Oh, one more thing. I'm so sorry. I am not done cutting out. Okay. This one is the coolest too. The last piece that I'm going to cut out is the coolest. So this is some champagne silver foil. We sell this. And I'm going to go ahead and attach that to, this is an adhesive sheet. If you don't have these, you could use liquid glue, or you could use your snail to attach this next die cut that I'm going to do. But I find this one is very detailed. And it's got a, I find it's easier if you have your piece already sticky. So that just turned this into a sticker. It's not a puffy sticker, it's just a regular sticker. Our other two were puffy stickers. So, when you see this, right? It's the chicken wire. Okay, so let's put the chicken wire on this. I felt like the chicken wire had to be metal. It had to be on something that made it look like metal. So that's where the champagne foil came in. So I'll just crank that through. And so 1 second and I'll pop those out. They actually, a die brush works for that, but I found that these pop out really, really easily, even if you don't have a die brush. So go ahead and see the chicken wire on there. How fun is that? And actually, anything that doesn't pop out, as soon as I peel off the backing here, will probably come right out. It's been loosened. Okay. I'm just going to put that aside. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do our assembling of our main pieces, and then we'll do the box. I'll show you how to decorate the box after that. So let's go ahead and we can start by taking out all of the pieces that we have here for our assembly. We've got our rectangle die cuts here. We've got our two puffy sticker words here, our two chickens. One for the card, one for the box. We've got our Hey Chick sign all ready to rock and roll. So let's go ahead. In fact, I will go ahead and do the card as well. And then we'll come back and do the box after. Okay. So for the main base panels, I'm just going to use some seal double-sided tape adhesive. If you have liquid glue, that works well too. Go ahead and assemble these two pieces together. Actually, no, before I assemble this one, let me put the chicken wire on it. This chicken wire is so funny. This is the best. I think my favorite die of the whole thing is the chicken wire. Okay, so the reason why I wanted to do that one first is because you got to trim it. So let's go ahead and... So I lined it, because I had that adhesive sheet under it, it's already sticky and I don't have to worry about any seal adhesive show through. If I were to use seal, you would have to poke some of that out, which is not a big deal. It's so much easier when it's already sticky. And now we'll attach that to the frame, the early espresso frame. And again, all of the measurements, the colors that I'm using are all on that free PDF that is on my blog. Okay, so let's go ahead and put Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of these. One on the back of the sign. If you wanted to use those foam adhesive sheets on the chickens, you could have done that too. Actually, you know what? I didn't want to do it. I'm going to take this right back off again because I didn't want to do it on this one chicken with the balloon because I'm only popping up two pieces here. I'm not popping up the body because it's going to go on here and that's already popped up. Okay, so I'm going to put some seal adhesive there for that. So let's go ahead and take the backing off. And so what I meant by that is, see how she overhangs here? So I only want the dimensionals on the part that's going to overhang. In fact, I took the backing off, but I'm going to leave that back on because I'm attaching it to the box and we're doing the box last. So I don't want that to get stuck to something else. So I only want dimensionals on that. She's going to be flat on our banner there. So let's put her aside. This one, on the other hand, though, she's all stuck up. Not like a snob. I don't mean she's stuck up like a snob. I just mean she's popping up off of our card. She's happy to be on the other side of the chicken wire. Maybe she made a break for it. Okay, so this one, I am going to kind of slide in between those two pieces and then, let's see, put that down for a second. So I have got some wood grain paper here. I'm gonna show you where I got this in a second. Let's just go. I'm just gonna, for the card's sake, I'll go ahead and finish the card first, and go ahead and put that right on the front, and then Stampin' Dimensionals on the back here to pop this up. And so what's going to happen is this popping up is going to make it the same height as the fence that we made puffy and sticky, and that we're also going to stick here. Okay, so put that in there. We got our little Hey Chick sign off here, and now we're going to go ahead and do these. So I'm going to have to poke out a few little pieces here on the happy birthday because they didn't because of its foam, sometimes they don't pop right out. So paper piercer, it works good with that. Don't you love the ombre look on this? I think it looks so cool. I mean, originally when I was going to do it, I was just going to just have like a piece of probably Poppy Parade for the happy birthday. And I don't know, I just had this idea to color it with the Stampin' Blends and make it ombre first. And I love how it came out. I'm just poking at all those little holes like in the B and the D and the A. Okay. And then that just goes on the top like so. Now our fence, which doesn't have any little pieces to pop out, is going to kind of line up. So I'm going to cut that in half. So So what I did was I kind of cut it right there. So the first half looks like it's behind here, and it lines up right with the edge. And we've got our ombre fence. And I think I just need two panels here, so we'll cut that third one off. All right, and our card is complete. If you want to layer some Whisper White on the inside, I have the dimensions for that on that free PDF. I'm going to save the rest of this puffy sticker that we colored in for another project. And we are ready to finish our matching box. So with that, I'm just going to move a couple of things away from the table because this one actually we need more space. The reason why we need more space is because we're working with 12 by 12 paper. So the wood grain from this came from the designer series paper called In Good Taste. And it's got all of these awesome, I'm just going to flip through them really quick, textiles. It's a huge, huge stack of paper. I think this is bigger than a normal stack. Let's see if I can even get you out a little bit further so you can see a little bit better. There we go. There's a lot of wood grain, different wood grain pieces in here in the stack. And I actually, I was, going through, I was using a little bit of all of them, especially the wood grain ones with this one, just because they look like, farm wood. We've got some plaster pieces in here, some tile. There's a lighter wood grain. Lots of cool stuff in here. Lots. This one's called In Good Taste. And that one on the back. You see that? Okay. So, I'm going to use a full sheet of that for our box. And you know what? Before I bring that out, let me show that to you really quickly. It's cool stuff. And you get 24 sheets in this pack. Usually they're 12, so it's a double pack. And you get two of each of 12 double-sided patterns. So it's a huge pack of paper, and they're all really cool. So this one, it's called In Good Taste, and I do have all the information on that on the resource page at stampwithtami.com. If you go there, you can click on the video link. But if you're watching the video, just click on the link in this video's description. That'll bring you right there. Super easy. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a random piece of wood grain paper just to show you what I did. So this is the mini paper pumpkin box. And you're gonna laugh at how simple I made this. I just thought, well, there's no reason to really get too complicated with this one. So I've got a pen. I've got our box here. It does not matter which side it's on. This is the inside. I guess it doesn't matter. You could use that outside too if you wanted it glossy, but I don't want it white. I want it to be wood grain or another textile. So I'm actually going to take a pen. No joke. I've lined it right up here with the edge just to make it a little bit easier here and an edge over here. So there's less cutting. And I'm literally just going to trace it and trim it out. Yep, just like we were in school all over again. Yes. And you know what? It wasn't a big deal. It was actually fairly quick and easy to cut. There was just a couple of tips that I have for you. And one of them is these right here, these holes. It's really important that you cut a slit for them because the box won't close if you don't. So let me just pop out those little pieces and line that back up. So then for those, I just like you were doing, those tests where you had to fill in the circle and color it in. Just do that. Makes it really easy to see. That's it. That's it. This is how to decorate. And you can do this with any designer series paper, okay? So to spare you the trimming out part, I pre-cut it, right? That's it. Seriously, it was easy to do. And I'm going to show you how I cut that slit. So I cut 3 of them. I'm just going to show you how I cut one of them because you do want those slits. That was an important part of the box assembly. So I've got my paper trimmer here. I found this was the easiest way to do it, paper trimmers and a pair of paper snips. So just line that up, those slits up on the paper trimmer. Move the blade, it's the darker blade, move it to right where the slit starts, because you don't want to slice the whole thing. You only want to slice where the slit is. So you can just do a partial slit there. And if you wanted to, you could move it and do the whole thing. But honestly, I found it just as easy to take the paper snips at that point and just cut. It doesn't have to be beautiful. It just needs to be there. There we go. So now we have 4 slits and we're ready to assemble. All right, so here is where I'm going to send my apologies, because I'm going to go ahead and use the seal adhesive that I've been using, and I lost, if you guys, oh, here it is. I mean, if you guys are friends with this liquid glue, this would be a great time to use it. You want to, the trick to this is you want to make sure the adhesive goes around the edges of the box. So that is the trick. The other thing, if you wanted to take adhesive sheets and make the whole thing sticky, you could do that as well. So those are 2 other tips. I am not friends with that liquid glue. We do not get along. I'm probably not supposed to say that, but whatever. Keeping it real. All right, so I'm going to take this seal adhesive, and I'm putting a lot on there, but also, like I said, make sure that you get the edges all around. Really important. I know, I hope I didn't offend anybody that loves that liquid glue, because I know a lot of you do. I know a lot of you, that's your go-to, and I admire you. For some reason, it's bullying me, and it always has. So again, making sure that you get the edges is the most important part. And I knew that was going to happen. I knew I was going to run out at some point, so I brought a refill. And not because this took the whole thing, just because I was close to the end on the refill to begin with. I mean, on the seals to begin with. Those of you watching, you got to drop a comment. Now I got to know, what is your favorite go-to adhesive? For me, it's the seal. What do you guys love that? Drop a comment. Let me know how many of you. I know probably most of you love that liquid glue so much. I know. Now I'm curious. I just want to know. Okay, so Sandra says it's not her friend either. Okay, it doesn't matter which way you do it. If you want the cardboardy matte side on the inside, you could do it that way. I think that personally, if you were going to put cookies or food or anything in it, you would probably want this side on the inside. So now you're just going to line this up with your template. And don't press down too hard, just kind of lightly until the whole thing is lined up. When the whole thing's lined up, and yeah, it was that easy, then you can press down really hard. Make sure you get those edges really good, and we are good to rock and roll. So, I mean, there we go. We got our faux wood grain box. That's how easy it was to make. Now you're going to want to take your bone folder really quick. I knew it. I knew it, Yvonne. I knew there was a lot of you guys out there that love that. And we are just going to take every single one of those scorings, there's not really that many, and reinforce those folds with the bone folder now that we have the designer paper on there. So I just use the inside as my guide to where these folds are, right? You can see them here, and then just take that bone folder and burnish each one of them. So we've got nice crisp folds on the outside. So it looks like it was meant to be a faux wood grain box, right? And these are a good size. I mean, you can fit a lot of cool stuff in here. Okay. Once you're done with that, the box assembly, super easy. Okay, so if you got your lid here. So for those of you who have paper pumpkin boxes, who get the paper pumpkin kits, you probably, you know, if you've ever reverse engineered your box, taken it apart for something else. Oops, I feel like I missed that one. There we go. We probably already know how to do this. So these 2 tabs are 4 tabs, one on either side here. They kind of go in, and you don't even need adhesive as long as you cut in the designer series paper, as long as you cut those slits, you don't need adhesive. This just folds right over. Boom. And that's it. That's all you need to do. So that folds up, and these fold, when you close it, those kind of just tuck in, the tabs just tuck in the side here. Ta-da! Right? Oh, so super fun. I just, when I saw it, I mean, you can cover parts of it if you want. You can leave it white if that's how you want your decoration to be, but I really wanted this to look like it was a faux wood grain box. So that's how I did it. And then I'm going to go ahead and take Stampin' Dimensionals on the rest of this. We put some on the chicken already, just on the balloon and on her head. Here we go. And ta-da! So there's our box. There's our matching card. We have our set. But wait, oh my gosh, wait till you see this. Okay, so I might have mentioned that I had too much fun playing with this set. I ended up just going crazy because the chicks were just too fun. So if you are a member of my VIP club, you're going to have an exclusive class with these other 4 projects. So that will actually probably be up by Monday on the VIP site. So you guys can look forward to that. My VIP club members get free classes from me that are exclusive. So that one's not going to be on my, that one won't be public. It won't be on my blog or my newsletter. But I will show them to you. Just to tease you, just in case you were wondering what that VIP club is all about. It's not just about awesome classes. It's also about getting great deals, getting free stamps and stuff like that. So these are the additional, so they all match, right? They all kind of go together, this little egg. Oh my God, they're all so cute. So lots of cool, I have more techniques here to share in these 4 as well. If you want some more information on how to join the VIP club, you can simply just pop on over to stampwithtami.com, and I have the information there. Just it's under the clubs tab, clubs and kits. Lots of fun. I know I got a lot of you on here. I've seen a lot of my club members pop in and out, and lots of great stuff. And if you are a member of my downline, you automatically get access to that site. There's all kinds of great stuff on there. Okay, so with that, I promised some stuff, right? So I promised I was going to share that, but that wasn't all that I promised I was going to share. Right before I came live, I'm dying. I've been dying to open this box. Right before I came live, the UPS man dropped this box off, and it's got pre-order stuff in it that I have not even seen yet. So I'm going to go ahead and open this, and we're going to share it. They're going to see it together. Okay, so here we go. This is the Butterfly Bouquet bundles. So they're new bundles. If you're a demonstrator, you can get these right now. The Butterfly Brilliance stamp set. You can get these in a demonstrator kit right now, along with just about everything else that I've shared today. And let's see what this die set looks like. I mean, I've seen it on the computer, but I have not seen it in person. These will be available to customers in March. Okay, so, and I do have this information on my blog too, so if you want to see it. Oh my gosh, look at these. How pretty is this butterfly set? We've got like a brick wall in here. We've got some, these look like little splattered dots. They look like they're going to go like for a moth wing, but also that could make a nice backdrop. We've got little crisscross patterns. These are cool. Okay, so stay tuned, because I promise you will see a lot more with these. And then we've got paper. So it's 6x6 paper that matches. And let's see. I keep saying, yeah, but butterflies are awesome. You always need the butterflies, right? You know what? I'm sorry. You just can't get enough butterflies. They could make a whole section of butterfly stamps in the catalog, and I would have all of them because I love butterflies. Okay, so this is 6x6 paper. It looks like we've got 1, 2. Looks like we've got 8 sheets of each, which is great. So that would, if they were 12x12, that would be like 2 sheets. So they're double-sided. We've got butterflies on one side. We've got, looks like some fun textures on the other side. I'm not alone. Not alone. Oh, there's 2 sheets of dies. See, I told you I have not even opened this yet. Okay, so we're going to have to go back to the dies. Thanks for that, Elise. I appreciate that. Look at how pretty this is. We've even got clouds in the background here. We got smaller butterflies. I like the colors in this palette too. And here's our last, whoops, our last design. Okay, so, but that's not the only paper. There's more paper. Hold on. Okay, so I have been told, thank goodness you guys are watching, that there's 2 sheets of dies in here. Whoo! Okay, that is awesome. So you're going to die cut these beautiful intricate pieces out, and you're going to put an adhesive sheet or a foam adhesive sheet so they're puffy, right? My brain's already going. And then you're going to trim them out with the bigger pieces. So many cool things. I'm already, the wheels are spinning. Okay, so I promise there's one more thing in here that goes with these bundles. Okay, so this is, it's called Natural Touch Specialty Paper. This is really cool. Okay, so it's a different texture. It's thin and it's almost like it's got a little wood grain texture in it. I don't know if you guys can see the texture in it. So it's not just printed, but there's actual, I can't see too much because it's very, very light. It's very light on there, but there's actual wood grain texture to it. And then just a plain on the, okay, so this would also look really great on your paper pumpkin box. When you decorate your paper pumpkin box, this would look great, right? Okay, so that's the sneak peek that I had for you guys. So fun. This is the Butterfly Brilliance. I have details on this on my blog. If you click on the resource page or go to stampwithtami.com, and you'll find all of that information there as well. And don't forget, I have a free PDF for the class that we just did on my stampwithtami.com blog. And another thing I wanted to share with you guys today, and if you're on my newsletter, most of you probably are, I sent a reminder last night that I had a video today, and I also sent you a free tutorial, and that was for this beautiful Hydrangea Hill box. And if you're not on my newsletter, pop on over to stampwithtami.com. I even think I have the link in the video's description for you, and sign up for that, because I send 4 free tutorials every week. We have Inspirational Tuesday that I send these tutorials every week, and they're always something fun, and I love to inspire you. So every Tuesday there's all kinds of fun stuff there for you. All right, and with that, I hope that everybody has a wonderful weekend. I hope you've enjoyed our Hey Chick class. And Linda and I will be back on Tuesday with the Stampin' Scoop show. We will see you then. Thanks for joining me today.